Alright guys, so we're going to start off with the Anastasia World Traveler palette again. We're going to take the Morphe M441 blending brush. We're going to be putting this into our crease. This is the Morocco shade, I think I already said that. So we just want to keep blending windshield wiper motions and circular motions back and forth. And yeah, then we're going to take this Morphe detailing brush. This is the M507. And we're going to take that Morocco shade. And the reason why I'm using this brush is because this one is a very detailed crease brush, so it's gonna pack on the color into the crease and make it really defined. So that's why I'm doing it. Then going back in with the Morocco shade a little bit more, and with my Morphe M441 blending brush, we're gonna keep blending. That's key to this tutorial. Then we're gonna take that fudge color, put that into the crease as well, because we are gonna be sketching this crease out. And then blend, keep blending. I'm not going to go too heavy in with the fudge color because I do not want this look to be so like dark in the crease. I just want it more of like a chocolatey, Morocco-y color. I don't want it to be too dark where it looks black almost. So just keep going back and forth. And then we're going to take the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot and we're going to be sketching this cut crease out. Now this is the brush that came with the Gwen Stefani palette, so I just took it out and I'm using it because it's flat. Then this trick is the MAC Lusture Drops. So these are like basically a liquid highlighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that as a base for the gold, because the gold by itself, it's not as it's pigmented, but it's not as bright, I guess you can say. So with this base on the bottom, it's going to make the gold really pop. And you guys, we just want to pack it on and pack it on. We're not going to do any liner for this look. I'm just going to do a little bit of liner just to hide the lashes. Other than that, no other liner, no wing liner or anything dramatic. So going back in with that fudge color, and we're going to be sketching it out a little bit more. Make sure you guys don't go too heavy-handed. If you guys want to go and make it more dramatic, you could add a black into the crease, but I'm not going for that look. I'm going for the more bronzy look, so that's why I'm keeping it with the browns and Morocco shades. Now this brush is the Real Techniques eye brush. I really like it because it could get into the crease and blend for me. So then that gold shade I forgot to tell you too is from the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm using this white shade, the first color in the Carli Bybel palette, as my brow highlight, and we're just going to keep blending it just so that way that highlight doesn't look too harsh. Like I said, we're going to be doing a small little liner just to hide the lash band. Other than that, that's pretty much it. And this is the NYC liquid liner. Alright guys, what's up? So I'm going to start with my foundation. This part of the video is going to be a talk through. So I hope you guys like this. Let me know if you guys do like it. So this is the... Alright guys, so anyway, this is the primer water that I created myself. So I'm going to spread this all over my face. So this has glycerin in it, so basically all it's going to do, it's going to keep my makeup intact throughout the whole day. So this is the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This is the drugstore one by Maybelline. And I'm going to put some on my hand. And I'm going to really focus this right here on the apples and under my eye. And I'm going to use it and drag it downward to my face. And the axis of the primer I'm going to use, and I'm going to be blending downwards and patting. You guys want to pat it in. Just like that. Then I just use like a tiny bit. I'm gonna put it up here. So this is just gonna help your foundation and all your makeup last a lot longer. So I'm gonna spritz one more time. And this just allows the product, the foundation that we're gonna use, and it's gonna allow it to basically glide on and apply smoother. Then this is the Sephora 10-hour foundation, and I'm in the shade 33, which is medium. And I'm using the back of this because I kind of don't have much more. I'm just gonna dot it all around. This foundation, I will say, is not an instant full coverage, but I like that I can build it to that, so that's why I love this foundation. And before this, I was actually using the L'Oreal Pro Matte, and I was using that one, but I noticed that around like my mouth areas and stuff, it was getting very cracky and it wasn't just looking good, so that's why I switched foundations, and I just want to try this one out. So yeah, I think that's enough foundation for right now. We will add a little bit more because I do want more of a full coverage, and I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to just blend everything in. You guys always comment on my channel. I always see some comments where you guys always tell me that I don't have pimples, but look, I had a major breakout for a little while just because my and I talked to an esthetician, and she said it's because all the makeup that I use, I wasn't properly removing the makeup, so my pores and stuff were really clogged, so that's why I had a really bad breakout. But it's going away, it's going away. I am going to do a skincare routine soon, just to show you guys what I did to remove this and to help it get better. I'm just going to be using like a little flat brush like that. And then what I'm using to contour is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Concealer in 6.0. This is not that dark to contour with, but I love it because it gives me more of a bronzy effect with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some on my temples, all around here. And why I do this, the line right here, is because when I smile, I really like that the apple of my cheek to pop. So that's why I do that. Just like that. So this is how I contour, and then I like to go in with I like to deepen up my contour even more with a powder. And we're gonna spray my brush again. This brush, this is the Real Techniques contour brush, and what I like to do is I'm gonna start blending, and I just like to blend in circular motions. This concealer is like butter, like honestly it is like butter, and it blends so beautiful. So then I'm going to take my Pro Conceal from LA Girl, and I'm going to be dotting this under my eye. And I go in 2 times with this contour little cream, whatever you call this. I go in it twice. Just because after I highlight, I kind of lose that contour, but at the same time, I do the contour first just so I can see the placement of it. And for this, I like to use a beauty blender. I just find that it does the best work. I don't like brushes because then it leaves streaks, or it takes my coverage away. So that's why I don't like to use a brush. just like this. So as you guys can see, it gave me like a nice highlight. It is probably like maybe one shade lighter or two shades lighter, but I like to go overboard and I like to use the light ivory shade, and I just dot this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just kidding. So I'm just dotting this down because I'm not trying to get coverage from this. So that's why I'm not using a lot of this product. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get the brightening effect with this concealer. I'm not really trying to go in for coverage, if that makes sense. This is going to be the next product that I'm going to be talking about, is the MAC Lusture Drops. So they look like this, and what it does is it brings a nice sheen to your foundation. You can use it like a highlight. You can do a lot of things with this, but this is going to be the base for my actual powder highlight. So what I'm going to do is I like to put it right here on the tops of my cheekbones. That's a little too much, but I'm going to take that, so you see, just right there, and just dot it. And then I'm going to take this upon over here and apply it here. And you want to drag it down a little bit. And I'm going to be using the same brush that I used before, and I'm just going to be blending it and blending it. You guys can see that it gives this radiant effect, and this is what I like to use it for. I like to use some of that Laura Mercier translucent powder, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat the product in just to set all the other areas, because I do not want my foundation or anything to move throughout the day. So then you're just going to use barely any and just pat, 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 pat. Alright guys, so right here all I'm doing is just patting and just going to be setting a little bit more, and I'm going to be taking this banana powder. It comes in a compact from NYX, and I'm going to be using it to sweep under my eyes all the excess powder that I did bake under there. And I'm using my Morphe fan brush. No, this is a tapered highlighting brush actually. I'm using this one just to dust off, and it looks really, really, really nice. So that's why I love it. Then I'm going to be going in with some of the Hoola Benefit bronzer, and I'm just going to use this just to shade and just to sculpt a little bit more. And then I'm going to be taking a little bit more of that bronzer, and I'm going to really try to define it in my cheekbone, because the next contour shade that I do use right now is going to be the Anastasia contour palette, and I really like it, and I like to cup my cheekbone just so that when I do smile, my cheekbones pop a little bit more. And I'm just using the translucent powder just to bake under that contour. Sorry guys for the talking in the video. I'm just like, I cut it out because I did not want to use it. Anyway, I'm taking Havana from the Anastasia palette, the one I just told you about, and I'm using this to more contour and define those cheekbones. I really like this Havana shade because I find that it makes me look so glowy and bronze. It doesn't make me look like muddy or anything. So then I'm sweeping all that excess powder away. Want to just dust it off, and then go back in with that little contour brush that I was using and just blend that harsh edge away, just so that way it doesn't look too much like a line. I don't like that. Then we're gonna spray this brush, and we're gonna be taking the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, and we're gonna be highlighting away my cheekbones, because this is gonna make such a difference in our face. And look at how lifted it looks, and look how highlighted it is. I really love this shade. I always use it. And remember, we want astronauts to see us from outer space with this damn highlighter. And look at the difference. So then spray your face with some of my little primer water that I always create. And then we're going to be going in with the NYX Wonder Pencil in 01 Light and taking a little bit of that Havana shade in the outer corner. Then I'm taking the Lusture Drops again that I use on my lids, and I'm placing it on the lower lash line. This is going to be a base for that same gold shade. So you guys, I'm going to be taking that same gold shade, and I did apply that Lusture Drops just as a base, and look at this highlight in the corner of the eye. And then taking a little bit of the Anastasia Starlight powder, and I'm putting that on top of it, and I'm going to be going in with Pure Hollywood from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I really love it. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the finished look. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed this video. I know it was super long, but please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And follow me on all my social media. And thank you guys so much for all the love and support. You guys always stay glam, don't be basic, and slay.